Am I the a-hole for pressing charges against my kid's aunt? I am a 38-year-old male. Right after I got out of the military, I met my wife. At the time, she was a nanny for a set of twins. The mom had a double lung and kidney replacement right after they were born, and the dad is an alcoholic that always promises to come see them but never shows up, or if he does, he is plastered drunk. When the twins were 11 months, my wife started being their nanny before and after school as she was going to college. When I started dating my wife, she said, "Hey, we are a package deal." I didn't blink an eye and said, "Let's go." The twins were amazing. They took to me like bees to honey. They are one boy and one girl twin. A is the boy twin and B is the girl twin. As time went on, we would hang out with the twins and take them on outing with us. They were our flower girl and ring bearer at our wedding. Right after we got married, Lydia sat us down and said that her body was rejecting her lungs and didn't know how much time she had. She had originally planned to have her sister take them if something happened to her. Let's call her Sachel. When the mom told Sachel about her body rejecting her lungs, Sachel responded, "Okay, well, I'll take care of your money for you, but your kids need to go somewhere else." The mom said she didn't have anywhere else to take them. Sachel said, "Well, foster care is a good option." That is when the mom knew what she had to do. Later that day, after my wife put the twins to bed, the mom and my wife sat down and the mom asked if something happened to Hewood we would take and raise the twins. My wife told her that she would need to talk to me and let her know. That night when I got home from work, my wife said, "Hey, we need to have a talk." She then began to tell me what the mom had asked. I immediately said, "Hell yeah." She asked if I was sure. I said, "Our whole relationship has been with them and I can't imagine one more day without them." Over the next month, the mom got everything arranged for us to take custody. We went to court and signed the paperwork. We were officially their guardians. At this point, the twins were 6. Over the next few months, the mom started to stabilize and we had hoped that she would pull through and watch them grow up into adults. My wife and I began to have biological kids of our own, but included the twins in every milestone. Although the twins lived with the mom, we made sure we were at every choir concert, wrestling match, track meet, scout trip, and volleyball competitions. In September of this last year, Lydia found out she had developed cancer and it was everywhere. Doctors said she was going to be lucky to see Halloween. We had prepared for this. We knew this would happen eventually but didn't know when. Sachel started to come around more. In early October, the mom, Sachel, and us sat down to discuss what the mom wanted to happen when she passed. She discussed Sachel would handle all the financial side and put all the mom's money in a trust for the kids and we would take care of the kids. We asked what the process would be if the kids needed anything. Sachel said, "Oh, you just text me, and if it is a need, I think that is legitimate, I'll pay for it." Which sounded off to us, but it's what the mom wanted, and if the twins needed something, we would just pay for it anyway. After that meeting, the mom began to decline aggressively. On or around December 3rd, Sachel had a conversation with B-Twin about the mom's jewelry, such as diamonds, rings, necklaces, to see where the mom kept all the valuable items in the house. B-Twin told her she wasn't sure. When B-Twin asked why, she said she wanted to take them and put them in a safety deposit at a bank for safekeeping to give to her and a twin at a later date. Sachel then proceeded to tell B-Twin that the doctor increased the mom's medications so the mom would be dying in the next day or two. Upon investigation, there was no increase in medication by any doctor. Later that day, I went to the mom's residence to check on the mom and the twins. When I walked into the house, I saw Sachel with a bag of jewelry that she was putting into her bag. I asked what she was doing. She stated to me that she was taking the jewelry out of the house to put in a safety deposit box for the kids to keep it safe. I asked her what bank it was that she was taking it to and she ignored the question. I then asked her, "Did the mom know you were taking the jewelry out of the house?" She stated, "Well, the mom doesn't know what's going on, so it's not her decision." I told her that she is not dead or unconscious, and she does have a say. I went into the mom's room to ask her about it, but she was asleep because of the morphine that was given to her by either Sachel or the mom's father. I then asked what else was taken from the house without the mom's knowledge. She said that she is the executor of the will and she is in charge of everything anyway. I explained that nothing should be taken without the mom's or the kids' consent. It was at this point in the mom's care that the hospice company noticed an increase almost to overdosing in morphine in the mom's care that was done by Sachel or the mom's father. Adult Protective Services was called to investigate. During their investigation, it was brought to their attention that there was an increase in morphine given to the mom to make her delirious and confused over the prescribed amount. Sachel and the mom's father denied entry and physically pushed the mom's attorney out of the house on 2 separate occasions. Sachel and the mom's father were instructed by Adult Protective Services to allow access to the mom by anyone that she wants to see, to include but not limited to friends, family, nurses, and attorneys. Once the mom evened out from the over-medication, she asked, "What was going on?" "Nobody is telling me anything." Betwin told her everything that was going on. The mom called Sakhel about it, and Sakhel said she will do whatever the mom wants. It's all the mom's money, that includes what the investment and in all bank accounts to be put in the trust for the kids. That is when the mom called her attorney back and told him that she wanted to change the will to list myself as sole executor and my wife and I as trustees of the trust that will be set up for the twins. In the early hours of January 5th, Lydia called the twins into her room and said happy birthday and one last goodbye. She got to see them turn 15. It was a tough rest of the day. As the days led up to the funeral, we had heard rumors from family members that Sakhel was planning something. The day of the funeral, Sakhel attempted to block the twins and us from attending the funeral. I spoke to the funeral director and he told her that wasn't going to happen. She sat in the back and sulked while the twins and us grieved for their mom. After the funeral, I was appointed sole executor of the mom's will and estate. I did ask the judge if Sakhel would not return the items. What can we do? He stated he can help with a court order. Since the mom's passing, we have reached out to Sakhel to get all items taken from the house without consent to be returned. Sakhel has to return any and all items, to include but not limited to the jewelry, titles to vehicles, keys to the mom's residence, copies of the children's socials and birth certificates, $180,000 that were in the mom's bank accounts that Sakhel transferred to her own account. Sakhel has also admitted to having the jewelry to the mom's attorney and that she just doesn't want to give it back. I then filed a report of theft. It's waiting on the DA to decide if they will be pressing charges. If this story kept you hooked, give a like, share your thoughts below, and subscribe for more.